Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have games away against Matlock and at home against Nuneaton Borough. As you can see, we've dropped to 7th place and our form has been awful. We managed to get a 1-0 win against Warrington, but we got absolutely demolished by Darlington and Chester away from home. And goals are proving extremely hard to come by. Our strikers are still not scoring goals. And it's 7 games without one of our strikers scoring now. And yeah, George Glendon scored a brilliant free kick to win us the game against Warrington. Miego managed to get on the score sheet in the home game against Stafford. Stafford, by the way, are 22nd in the league. They have been awful. So we've kept the setup pretty much the same, but we are going to change things round slightly. We're going 2 in defensive midfield and pushing an attacking midfielder in there to play in behind the centre forward. We're finally going to give Alexander his debut. And a number of players are unhappy at the moment. Greenfield is now worried about the finances of the club. The takeover is still ongoing. I don't know what's going on. 5 months we've been at now for this takeover. And like I say, our strikers are still not scoring goals, and it is a major concern now. So we're just switching things up and trying to see if we can get anything working in our favour. So Alexander gets a debut in goal. Broadbank, Adewoju, Grimshaw and Balogun at the back. Greenfield and Glendon in the holding midfield roles with Mamiego, Livermore and Bright in behind Sellers Fleming. Again, Sellers Fleming is many games without a goal as well now. And we just have to hope for the best. We are desperate for goals. And if this keeps up, we have got every potential of dropping out of these playoff places and being unable to get back into them again. This is how poor we have been in terms of form. We were at one point 10 to 15 points within the bracket for the playoffs, and now we're on the verge of dropping out of them because we've just dropped so many points. And Matlock and Nuneaton are down at the foot of the table themselves. Matlock down in 17th and Nuneaton in 20th. We could only draw with Stafford, who are down in 22nd themselves. Here is Bright charging down this right side, gets a cross in. Laviola manages to clear quite easily. Balogun picks it up into Livermore. Now Greenfield looks over the top. Wood clears. Balogun into Bright. Now Glendon. Livermore into Mamiego. It's a good effort and it's a good goal. Darren Mamiego, within a minute, has got us ahead here at Madlock. But again, it's difficult. Our midfielders are dragging us through games at times, but we are seriously short of a goal scorer at the moment. But Mamiego with 2 in 2. It's a neat finish. I think Dubois did manage to get a slight touch onto it, but he couldn't keep it out. But it's good for us. We have our advantage very early on here. And Livermore playing in a more advanced role in that attacking midfield today, hopefully will be that bit of a creator in that attacking midfield. Here is Brockbank. Back into Adewoju, looking over the top. Livermore, again the target. It's cleared away comfortably though. And Dixon under pressure by Greenfield. Charters clears forward. Odailabe couldn't get onto it, and we clear forward again. Livermore couldn't quite get onto it. And again, it's knocked over the top. Alexander coming out and claiming. Chance for him to deliver forward. It's a decent kick, and Livermore, again the target. This time it falls for Greenfield. Now Mamiego. Into Adewoju. Now Brockbank. It's probably the best we've looked so far. It's the first time we've changed this 4-2-3-1, by the way, this season. And Mamiego just about keeping it in here. Plays it into Livermore. He's in the middle. Good tackle by the defender, but all right, apparently not. A penalty has been given, and we have a chance to double our advantage. Left back Brockbank with the penalty fires it into the top of the net. By the looks of it, he almost broke the net with that one. Absolutely thunderous strike into the top of the net. And our left back, who has been taking a few penalties, of course, as well, has now scored the same amount of goals as our strikers. One of our strikers. He scored more than Sellers Fleming anyway. But I think he's now scored more, or is very close to scoring the same amount as James Collins. And that is how poor we've been up front. But 2 shots on target and 2 goals. Certainly the best performance we've had for quite some time, as I mentioned. And just as well, really, we need to really start picking up results if we want to even have a chance of playing in the playoffs. We look to build in this second half, but Livermore in that attacking midfield role certainly seems to have settled things. But again, our strikers not looking particularly good. Sellers Fleming on a 6.4. He hasn't even seen an attempt at goal yet. And yeah, not ideal. But at 2-0, second half is just flying by without anything worthy of note into the last 10 minutes. Balogun here with a throw. Into Bright, back into Balogun. Swings it in. Hey, Mamiego was there. Sellers Fleming was there with the header just over the crossbar. It's another missed opportunity for him. And as is always the way, our striker is falling and falling on his match rating just a 6 in the end. We've got a win, so that's something, isn't it? I mean, considering recent results, that is a really good result. That is a good finish from us, really, to win by 2-0. Livermore looking quite good in that attacking midfield role, I might add. We extend the gap over Kettering to 3 points now. We've still got a 6-point gap to Brackley, but got to be on point. We have to start winning more games. We've fallen right off the pace. I mean, we were securely 3rd or 4th place earlier in the campaign. Now we'll be fighting to finish 7th. And honestly, I think we'll do extremely well to finish 7th. So what will be, will be. We've got a home game coming up against Nuneaton. And Alexander with a clean sheet on his debut might secure himself a place in the starting lineup again. And again, I highly doubt there'll be any takeover news, but we'll see how things go. So bear with me and we'll get to the Nuneaton game. Okay then guys, here we go for the game against Nuneaton Borough. Still no takeover news. The transfer window's officially shut. We still wait for any news. We've only got a month left of the season. And yeah, I have no idea what's going on with it. I've never known a takeover take as long as this and still be in with a chance. So we'll just have to be as patient as we can. Couple of changes to the starting lineup. Alexander will actually remain in goal today. He played well against Matlock. Hopefully we'll do so again today. Brockbank, Furtado, Grimshaw and Bates at the back. Glendon and Sanders at the midfield pairing this time. Mamiego, Livermore and Yusuf in behind Collins. And hopefully Collins can get on the score sheet this time. But I think I'm hoping beyond all hope for our strikers to get on the score sheet at the moment. So let's just see if we can do the job. A win is what we require, and anything else is certainly not going to be good enough. Kettering are actually playing St Ives at the moment, and Brackley are at home against Matlock, so we need to to keep an eye on those 2 matches. And obviously, you can see the scores on the right there. Hopefully, they will go in our favour, those results. And so far today, considering we're playing a team that are fighting relegation, we have been extremely poor. No shots on target, and the Nuneaton Borough have had an attempt on target, but now the side looking like scoring. Glendon swinging it in here, and we've managed to get a goal. Willis Furtado, the centre-back, the club icon, he's been with us for so long now. He has finally scored his first goal of the campaign. Swung in brilliantly by Glendon, and it's a good header from Furtado, to be fair. He just hit the target, and the keeper was beaten. We have a 1-goal lead. Here is Softly into Freeman. Now McGuinness. This is straight from kickoff for Nuneaton, by the way. Not ideal from our point of view unless we win possession high up the pitch, which we have. And Livermore, can he play it in? He does. He plays it into Yusuf, and there is Mamiego, and it hit the back. Of course, it hit the back of James Collins. And fortunately, it remains just the 1-goal lead at the moment. But so far, so good. Hopefully, we can find ourselves a second goal to kill this game off a bit. Kettering is still at 0-0, as are Brackley. So, Brackley have just scored, in fact. Right at the start of the second half, Brackley are ahead. Here's Mamiego linking up with the ball from Sanders. Plays it into the penalty area. Livermore couldn't turn. Finds Jack Bates. Can he make a turn? He does. He finds Mamiego, and again, it's well blocked by the defender. This time it was Humphries, I think, who got in the way. Jackson Davis scored a brace against us last time out for Nuneaton, so certainly need to keep an eye on him. We've been by far the better side, but again, we're not getting the shots on target. Here is Freeman, swung in, and there is the goal. Jaffet and Paddy with the equaliser for Nuneaton, and frustration continues to grow. We've got players that are so unhappy about the financial state of the club. Sometimes we can't even play them at the moment because in, they're affecting the morale of the other players, and it's just become a real struggle. And here is Mitchell charging forward, switches the play. Alexander was going to come there, and it's a good job he didn't. Waite gets onto it, plays it in toward Jackson Davis. Glendon clears, only as far as Cook, who lofts it over the top, and Sanders is there to mop it up and just lays it across to Furtado. Nice calm play from him. James Collins again. He's not even trying to win those second balls at all. Here's Jackson Davis. Still going, plays it back to Freeman. Big opportunity. It's a poor strike in the end. But again, we're just not looking good up front. And of course, we were ahead. It was our centre-back on the score sheet this time. Here's Mamiego. Grimshaw into Bates. Swinging it over the top. It's a poor ball, softly. And McGuinness easily clearing between the two of them. Furtado looking over the top. James Collins again not even looking interested. Softly into Cook. Glendon wins the header this time. Now Brockbank. It's all Route 1 stuff at the moment. Mamiego picks it up. Gets the shot away and it's off the post. McGuinness clears to Mitchell. And again, 2 shots on target out of 11. Collins is off. Sellers Fleming. It's not much of an improvement for us, is it really? Danawa we're going to bring on for Yusuf, I think, as well. Because he's not had a good... Well, saying that, we'll bring him on for Livermore, push Yusuf into the middle. And, yeah. Hopefully we can find ourselves a winner. We're going to encourage the lads. We've been the better side, but again, it's just not happening for our centre forwards. Got a free kick here with George Glendon. He scored from this position a couple of games ago in that win against Warrington, and he strikes it again. Very similar goal from him. Really good free kick, and we have regained our advantage. It's been deserved, but at the same time, we shouldn't have to be working this hard against the side languishing at the bottom of the table. But if we can get back-to-back wins here, it does show signs of improvement, but we need a goal from a striker. I'll give anything just to get a goal from one of our strikers right now. Sellers Fleming is on the pitch, of course. Here is Bates into Grimshaw. Now Furtado. George Glendon. Over the top, Danawa in behind. It's a good run from the winger. Slots it in past the goalkeeper. His 4th goal of the season. And again, our midfielders are dragging us through these games. 3-1 though. Certainly one of the better performances we've had in recent times. But again, midfielders doing the job for us. Strikers, we may as well not have them at the moment. 3-1. About 6-7 minutes to go. It's ended up being a comfortable victory. I mean, we've had 16 attempts at goal and just the 4 on target. I don't know whether it's our strikers that are missing all the chances or what, but it's just not happening for them, is it? Now we're back to Grimshaw. Back into Danawa, plays it inside to Sanders. Sellers Fleming. That's a good pass, and again, he did well with the link-up play there, but Danawa's strike over the crossbar, and it remains 3-1. Conway with the resulting goal kick, launches it forward, looking for Jackson Davis. Grimshaw with a good header. Sellers Fleming switches the play quite well there into Danawa again. McGuinness with the tackle, but Bates picks it up, finds Danawa. Can he get a crossing? He does. Sellers Fleming was lurking, and again, he's in the right kind of area, but he's just not getting that vital touch. Sanders couldn't find Danawa, and Nuneaton with the attempt to clear. Sanders over the top. Sellers Fleming. Oh, he's put it wide. It's a big, big chance for him to end that goal drought, but it's just not happening, is it? Well, nonetheless, good result again. A 3-1 win to follow on from our win against Matlock. And signs of improvement, at least. I didn't see what the other scores were. Kettering managed a 1-1 draw. It was a late equaliser for them as well, I might add. St Ives are lurking down there as well, so a draw is probably the best result there. Brackley beat Matlock by a 0-0. But we have a 5-point gap now over Kettering with 6 games to go. So we've got an opportunity. Just got to see what happens. And Glenda definitely on form. 1 goal and 2 assists for him. Absolutely fantastic performance from the veteran midfield player. And we'll just drop a bit of praise here. And then we will have a look and see what lies in store. And I will just show you guys as well. I'm not barking, by the way. This takeover is still in progress. It is actually happening. I know I keep mentioning it. I don't think I've ever actually shown you this, but it is happening. It's just not happening at the same time. It's absolutely balmy. And with 6 games to go, the transfer window's just shut as well. So I've got a very strong feeling it might happen now that the transfer window's shut, but we'll see. We've got some tough games coming up, but we go into the last couple of games of the season, of course, with Gloucester and Radcliffe. 4 games in between that. We'll get through them off camera. Hopefully we'll still be in with a fight for the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. And then we'll be back for the last 2 games of the normal league season. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.